everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, is sitting pretty. She's reclaimed her family with Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and won this round of a back-and-forth war against Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang. But devoted fans know that Brooke will never truly surrender. Buzz indicates that Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, will return by June to Los Angeles, California. But Brooke doesn't know that. Between now and then, spring will kiss summer. But fans will be treated to an entirely renewed and reinvigorated Taylor-Brooke battle before that plot point arrives. It's inarguable at this moment, and considering the reams of script proof. Ridge has a more profound love for Brooke than he does for Taylor. Yet he's committed to swearing off his Logan. So why didn't Ridge take a break from Brooke and remain single? As the audience knows, Ridge finds it hard, or rather, impossible, to be without a woman. He's counted on a rotation of Brooke and Taylor to prop him up for many decades. And it's hard to blame him since both great ladies genuinely adore him. And yes, propping him up is the phrase of choice because Brooke and Taylor have served as his emotional caregivers for many years. Taylor was sincere. She returned to LA to reconnect with family, make peace, and then die. As devoted fans recall, Taylor received an inexact diagnosis before coming home. She believed that her heart failure couldn't be resolved and was going to prove fatal shortly. But Ridge pressured her to get a second opinion. Thankfully, a thorough evaluation and consultation with specialists happened. Dr. Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, determined that Taylor is suffering from broken heart syndrome, a soapy term, even if that wording exists on the other side of the screen. That gave Taylor resolve and a belief that she and Ridge could reunite. Taylor faced her mortality, making all past battles with Brooke seem petty in comparison. Brooke initially rejected Taylor's relay of that news. Part of the reason why Ridge has reconciled with Taylor is because of the new appreciation he has for this other longtime love. He had taken her for granted, assuming that she would always be his go-to, or as some in the audience may understandably believe, his second choice. Brooke is part of that contingent as well. There is no doubt that Brooke loves Ridge, wants him back, and rejects the idea that Taylor can provide anything she can't. Another Forrester Creations fashion show will establish the scene of the next Brooke-Taylor battle. Ridge will stand as the man in the middle, a position he will likely occupy until Nick arrives. It will be intriguing to see how Kaye's character responds when that time comes. As tensions reach new heights in Los Angeles, The Bold and the Beautiful brings us yet another emotionally charged week. In the aftermath of Ridge Forrester's sudden collapse and ensuing health crisis, two powerful women, Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan, are left grappling with the same complicated, heartbreaking responsibility. The latest chapter in this tumultuous family saga reveals shifting allegiances, deep-rooted fears, and the rise of a fierce new battle for Ridge's heart and future. Taylor's protective watch over Brooke. Ever since Ridge's sudden medical emergency, Taylor Hayes has been playing a double game of both caretaker and protector. A woman who has long been cast as Ridge's emotional anchor, Taylor has stepped up in the most unexpected ways, fiercely standing by his side and tending to his needs during this fragile time. However, there's a deeper layer to her intentions that's not immediately obvious to the rest of the Forrester family or to the audience. Taylor, as a mother and a woman who once shared a passionate and complicated love story with Ridge, is deeply invested in ensuring that Brooke doesn't take control of the situation. While she may have outwardly been supportive of Brooke's involvement in Ridge's care, Taylor's gaze is always sharp and calculating. She sees the way Brooke reacts when Ridge's health falters, and she knows that Brooke's resolve is shaking beneath her polished exterior. It's almost as if Taylor is keeping a careful watch on Brooke, measuring every word and movement as if she's testing how much Brooke can truly handle. In truth, Taylor fears that Brooke's past actions and constant back and forth with Ridge have left her unfit to make the hard decisions about his future care. Brooke's well-intentioned but often emotionally driven decisions make Taylor uneasy, and she can't help but wonder whether Brooke's history of acting impulsively will once again interfere with Ridge's well-being. Her protective instincts are running high, and she isn't ready to trust Brooke with full control of Ridge's fate. As she holds vigil over Ridge's hospital bed, Taylor finds herself locked in an internal struggle, torn between her love for him and her instincts that tell her to stay vigilant against Brooke's potential influence. Brooke's growing frustration. Brooke, on the other hand, is feeling cornered. She's always prided herself on her ability to maintain control over her relationships, particularly with Ridge, but with his health rapidly deteriorating, she's now on the defensive. Taylor's watchful eye and subtle undermining of her decisions are starting to wear thin. The underlying tension between the two women is palpable. It's as if Brooke can feel Taylor's every move, and it's making her question her own place in Ridge's life moving forward. Though Brooke understands the gravity of the situation, her instincts are not easily silenced. She knows that she's the one who has been by Ridge's side through the many storms of their shared history. Yes, there have been their ups and downs, their infidelities and their separations, but Brooke's belief that she and Ridge are destined to be together has never wavered. Yet with Taylor increasingly in the picture, Brooke's confidence is beginning to erode. The tension reaches a boiling point one evening when Brooke confronts Taylor. "I see what you're doing, Taylor," Brooke says sharply, her voice a mixture of exhaustion and rising anger. "I know you're worried about Ridge, but I am his wife. I have just as much right to make decisions for him as you do." Taylor stands tall, her eyes narrowed but calm. "Brooke, you've been given a lot of leeway in this situation. But you need to ask yourself, are you doing what's best for Ridge, or are you doing what's best for you?" Brooke recoils slightly at the insinuation, her emotions raw as she tries to keep her composure. "I'm doing what's best for Ridge. I always have," she insists, her voice breaking. "You don't know what it's like to fight for someone you love, to watch them slip away. You're not the only one who's been there for him." The words sting, but Taylor's expression remains unchanged. "Then prove it, Brooke, by stepping aside and letting me do what's necessary to care for Ridge." Ridge's emotional tug-of-war. As the drama unfolds between Taylor and Brooke, Ridge remains unaware of the increasing tensions surrounding him. His fragile health and inability to participate in the decision-making process have left him vulnerable and isolated. He lies in a hospital bed, unable to contribute much more than an occasional squeeze of a hand or a weak smile, as his two most significant emotional supporters struggle to hold on to the last vestiges of their roles in his life. Ridge's internal conflict is slowly becoming clear. On some level, he can sense the tension between the women who have always been central to his life. His subconscious is picking up on the way they circle around him, but he can't find the strength to navigate the complex emotions they've unleashed. He needs them both. Brooke, who has always been the love of his life, and Taylor, who has been his anchor during some of his darkest times. The notion that he may have to choose one of them is terrifying. But what's worse is that he may never fully recover from his health crisis and might be unable to make any decision at all. As Ridge's situation worsens, the emotional pull on his heartstrings grows. He's left wondering whether he can find peace with one of these women at his side, or if his fractured past with both of them will prevent him from ever finding real healing. Can the Forrester patriarch be emotionally healed if he is trapped in a cycle of uncertainty, torn between two women who have been pivotal in his past? The caregiver fight. A battle for Ridge's heart. The fight between Taylor and Brooke intensifies, and the stakes become higher. The emotional toll on both women is growing heavier as they each try to hold on to their place in Ridge's life. Both of them have long been convinced that they are the one who truly understands him, that they are the one who has been with him through the toughest of times. However, as they continue their tense confrontation, they are starting to lose sight of the true nature of their bond with Ridge, that they were once allies, bound by love and mutual respect for their shared family, despite the tangled mess of emotions that now threatens to pull them apart. As Brooke and Taylor's rivalry escalates, they are forced to come to terms with the fact that Ridge's recovery, both physically and emotionally, hinges not just on their involvement, but on their ability to put aside old grudges and work together for the greater good. The question is whether or not they are capable of overcoming their personal feelings in order to do what is best for Ridge. In an unexpected turn of events, Taylor will begin to soften. She knows that Ridge needs stability, and if there's one thing Brooke can provide, it's that. The two women, despite their differences, will slowly begin to recognize the shared love they have for Ridge and his family. Will they find a way to work together? Or will one of them finally claim the position of emotional caretaker for Ridge, forcing the other to step aside for good? The future of Ridge's health and heart. As the drama unfolds, Ridge's condition will remain a central focus. Will his health improve, or will he remain a shadow of the man he once was? The emotional battle between Taylor and Brooke is far from over, and with each passing day, they will fight harder for control over Ridge's fate. Ridge's fate, both physically and emotionally, will hang in the balance as the two women find themselves at a crossroads. One thing is certain, Ridge's road to recovery will be long, and the tug of war over his heart and future is far from over. The battle for Ridge's heart will not only determine his future, but will also rewrite the course of Taylor and Brooke's relationship. What happens next will change everything for all of them. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFULUPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.